Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. The last several shows, I've been spending quite a bit of time talking about a lot of the new anti-gun laws we are facing here in Washington. Don't want to talk about that right now. I actually want to use tonight's show to just blow off a little steam because I saw something that irritates the hell out of me because it's one of my pet peeves, and I want to do a little rant here about it. What I saw was, like I said, something that usually bothers me. I usually don't get involved in petty little left against right or things politicians do to try to divide Republicans from Democrats because my goal is not to divide the left and the right or Republicans and Democrats. My goal is to bring everybody, left, right, and center, into a place where we agree that the Constitution is the Constitution and the Second Amendment is important. And then they can disagree on any other thing they want to agree on, but the Constitution is something I want to bring people together on, not divide them about. So I usually stay away from these things. But in this case, it's Republicans and Democrats that did something that pissed me off. They did it together. They came together to do something that really irritates me. And that's why I feel safe in talking about this because, like I say, I don't think it's divisive because it's both of them. So what I want to talk about is how a lot of our elected representatives got together this week and stood behind a desecrated American flag to show support for Ukraine. Now, I'm not against support for Ukraine. I'm pro-Ukraine. Or actually, I'm more anti-Vladimir Putin. I'm not even anti-Russian. I feel for the Russian people. I'm just anti-Putin. In fact, I have said many times, if I ever walked around a corner and saw two guys in a knife fight trying to kill each other, one of them was Vladimir Putin and the other was Satan, I would draw my weapon and shoot Vladimir Putin because I would assume he was the bad guy in this situation. I would give Satan the benefit of the doubt. So I am not pro-Putin. I am pro-support for Ukraine. But did they have to stand behind a desecrated flag to do it? They turned the bottom half of our flag into a Ukrainian flag. Ukrainian colors. That is not something they should do. And shouldn't elected representatives in Congress know this was an insult to the flag? Shouldn't they at least have some advisors there to tell them, hey, don't do this. It's a bad idea. Let's get two flags. Let's hold an American flag and a Ukrainian flag, just as long as the American flag is higher. Or better yet, let's put them on flagpoles and with the American flag on top, Ukrainian flag on the bottom, and stand around it and take a picture instead of holding it, period. Because how many times do you think it touched the ground while they were doing that? Or was held flat or anything else, or not allowed to flow freely? So they were violating a lot of things there. But this whole thing of visually desecrating the flag, throwing your pet project onto it to make a point, to me that has to stop. I'm so sick of the Blue Lives Matter flag. The U.S. flag desecrated with a blue line, put in black and white and then a blue line on it. Or a green line or a red line or anything. Make your own frickin' flag. Stop desecrating the U.S. flag. Stop making it into clothing. Stop wearing shirts made out of flag pattern. You're not supposed to do that. Don't have sheets that are American flags. You're allowed to have representations of the flag, but you should never mimic the flag in any of those situations. And I've always said, and my grandfather always said, who was a 3-war veteran, that the people who want to wrap themselves in the flags are the people that do not understand what they're about. And that's what screams out to me every time I see someone wrapped in a flag. And I do not, like I said, like seeing all these people taking our flag and altering it for their pet projects. This one with the Ukraine, the Blue Lives Matters flag, things like that. I don't even want to see rainbow colors on it. Make your own flag. American flag shouldn't be done in any way other than the way it's supposed to be. That's just respect. Stop desecrating the flag, period. I'm not supporting the idea that we live in a country where oh, if you don't respect the flag, you go to jail or anything like that. But if your elected representatives have enough sense to not do what you just did, be respectful. I mean, you think that'd be the least. And like I said, this time I feel free to make fun of the politicians and point out how pissed off they made me, because usually they do it one at a time, Republicans or Democrats. This time they did it together. So I'm able to point this out, but believe me, they pissed me off a lot. But this is one of the things that bothers me. I don't even like when people, because of my own personal political beliefs, I'm going to fly my flag upside down. I'm like, I'm going to take your flag away from you as soon as I get a chance, if I could. I just don't like that. I don't like people who leave their flags up in the rain, who leave them up at night unlit. I mean, it's your right to do so, because I firmly believe you shouldn't have to stand for any anthems. You shouldn't have to pay homage to any flag. I don't believe in that. But if you're an elected representative, be respectful of the flag you serve, because a lot of the people you serve want to be respectful of it, and they don't want to see you desecrating it. If you're an individual and you're out on your dime, well, you can fucking burn your own flag if you bought it. I don't care. I'm not going to think very much of you, but that's your right. But when you're representing the people, and this was our own elected representatives walking out onto the steps of Congress, and like I said, holding that flag and standing behind it smiling. And like I said, I got nothing wrong. I got no problem with supporting Ukraine. I'm pro-Ukraine. I want Russia out of there. I want Vladimir Putin to suffer. I don't particularly want the Russian people to have to suffer, because believe me, they have nothing to do with this. I mean, there are a few radicals in Russia that get behind this kind of crap, but they're going to do that whenever their strongman leader does something. They're going to want to be seen cheerleading. They get out the pom-poms. But I don't consider the Russian people any more evil than I consider the American people. It's just their government is more corrupt than ours is. And that doesn't even mean ours isn't corrupt. It just means theirs is more corrupt than ours. But I would hope our government, as corrupt and as irresponsible as they are, would have enough sense to not do this to the flag and then make it a photo op. I don't like it. I don't even like, like when you go to these rallies and they have the little flags flying like 4th of July and everything. I don't like those. And this is just me being a cranky old man, but I don't like that either, because those flags are not treated with respect. They are not used properly. They are not disposed of properly. In fact, I was watching a news report once about how some Trump supporters got stranded at a rally in the freezing temperatures because the buses didn't come get them. And they were acting all appalled by that. And I'm like, how about get appalled by the fact that you're standing in a field with like 1,000 little American flags on the ground where people just threw them where they were? That was more insulting to me. So I just wanted to take a moment tonight and bitch about this, because I can't believe our politicians are this stupid and disrespectful. Actually, I do believe it. That's one of the reasons I think I got so mad. But this was a travesty. It was done by Republican, Independent, and Democrats alike. And this is something, as far as I'm concerned, they all owe the American people an apology for, if not resign their position because of it. Hey everybody, I just really rambled on that one. Went for a lot longer than I thought I was going to, so I'm kind of out of time here. But I did want to mention one thing before we go. If you live in the state of Washington, right now, standard capacity magazines are getting scarce because everybody's trying to buy them up. And if you're looking for a place you can get some, well, there's a supporter of our channel, someone who has been generous to our channel throughout the years, Stormin' Norman Gunworks. He's also the person responsible for me being able to get silver bullets. So if you want to say a little thank you to him for being such a good supporter of the channel, well, he sells standard capacity magazines, and he says he's got a lot of them in stock, and he will prioritize shipping to Washington. I hope I said Washington earlier. I sometimes forget what state I live in. But if you want to go buy some standard capacity magazines online and get them shipped to you before July 1st, consider Stormin' Norman Gunworks. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I'll try to put one in the upper corner of this video. Go on over and show him some love by ordering some magazines for him and get you some before the deadline hits. And with that being said, I am out of here. I hope you enjoyed the show today, even though it was just me bitching. And I hope you come back again tomorrow, where I'll try to cover topics again instead of just running off at the mouth for 10 minutes. But until then, I want to thank everybody for coming and say, like I said, I hope you come back again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.